on the orange top here, that Georgia clay. It's a good thing on four-wheel drive. Sometimes you just never do know. Georgia clay here, you never know when it might get pretty nasty out here. So what is up, guys? Welcome back to the Bachelor channel. Today we're actually doing a little soul searching for a new spot to fish. I actually got a trusty old map right here, and we were searching some off the grid type stuff, some stuff that doesn't get beat by the everyday weekend angler. Look at that. Little pickerel in Georgia. Imagine that. Thought I was done with y'all. Well, this spot looks like money. I thought I was done with these pickerel in Florida. Now I have to deal with them out here in Georgia too. It's a little far. Odds are against both of us, I think.
Some things you don't know about me. I did the long jump during track in high school. Never won it. Hold this, because I can't with my hands. I can barely run as it is. Alright, hat backwards for extra horsepower. Police statement. Life-proof case. Good. Oh shit! Long jump champ. No ankles. Let's see. My belt came undone. That was a hard landing.
You left a lot of pressure for me here.
Oh yeah. Woo. Oh yeah. No PT in the morning. They're gone. Oh, you cleared it all the way. My heels are slapping the water.
I imagine my forehead rubbing against 12 pine cones. Uh-oh. One mudfish. So I just caught a little mudfish. He's off now, but luckily he came off at the shore. Little guy's like 15, 16 inches long, came off right here. Cypress knots are legit, dude. Actually, the chain of lakes I have a tournament at is full of cypress knots. Man, dude, they are strong. I know it'd sound crazy if I told you we were just flipping Magnum flukes into those lily pads. And he absolutely smoked it as it fell down. That's it right there, though. Little 6-inch Mega Shads. Better. Good old salad head there. Jeez. Look at that. Heck, did I even hook her at? Right there in the corner. Pounder, 2 3/4, 3. An old salad fish. Look at all that crap I brought up with it. Nice fish. Really slow, man. I'm getting them really slow. Clean up all this salad off of it. That's the only thing about these things. They are about good for one fish, and then they get all screwed up. Throw another one on here. That's it right there, though. Simple weightless setup. These things are so big and bulky, they sink so fast, and I got tons of good action. It's just a Lewis custom. Put some of the Mach 2 handles on here. Then a 7.3 heavy carbon fiber, and this thing, I got this thing half off, $40 rod. I mean, it loads up great. Fish. Yeah, I thought you were a fish. Get out there. There we go. Oh, a nice healthy fish. I veered into that thing like he was 6+. I mean, that's how I'm treating every fish. There's a lot of big fish in this little lake, in this little pond. So this little 2.5. I didn't even really know I had him. The only reason I did know is I could barely see that the line was still going. And I saw a little hop in it. I mean, that's how, not lethargic, but that's how methodical and slow I'm fishing this thing. That's what's great about these Mega Shads, is they're so heavy and so infused with salt, and you can work them really slow along the bottom because they're so heavy they keep themselves to the bottom. So why are we fishing these big baits around this time with the spawn and everything? Well, it's simply just big baits, big fish, you know. So that's the goal. I'm in the biggest slump since the Cubs winning the World Series. Well, I'm in the biggest slump like the Cubs not winning the World Series. Mine's bigger than that. I mean, I haven't broke a 5.5 pound fish in over a year since I've been stateside, so that's pretty rough. Embarrassing enough for me to say that, but it's true. And you know, I'm stationed up in Georgia. But I fish Florida a lot, but I don't fish as much as when I was younger, you know, being able to fish every day. So now I fish it about once, twice a month to get filming in and whatnot. So big fish definitely start coming my way. This bait, we thought we could get one in today. We weren't able to put one huge, but we still got a couple more spots. It's turning around, day's turning around. Just definitely been able to put a couple more fish in than I was able to earlier out there on the boat. That was absolutely horrendous. We're gonna mess around a little bit more, check out a couple more little ponds and spots, and see if we can rip up one of these little stocked fish. Drop shot, look how tangled up he got it. Little guy there. Oh well, right? Cold front conditions though, just throwing down a drop shot down grass lines. And it's, you know, when you get a windy real situation like this, I always like to come and check the calm side first. And that's exactly what we're doing, just pricing up. What is up, y'all? Welcome back. We are back here, beautiful southeast Georgia, chilling again. Picking up and playing with some new lures and whatnot. I wanted to kind of finish out and talk about this video that you guys just watched, because it was, don't lie, really random. So I'd taken a trip to Florida one weekend, really in search of new spots. And I saw in the forecast going down there that the wind was gonna be crazy and all that. But I figured, why not make the trip, gonna go and try some different spots, different types of fishing. And I was really just pumped to get down there and fish new holes. I was able to get my gambler out on the water. I was able to hook up with a couple of buddies at some different lakes, remote locations, which was awesome. And I did one afternoon here in Georgia, and I did one morning in Florida, just bank fishing, just concentrating on a ton of shore fishing spots. Really wanted to, a lot of guys wanted to see that, so really wanted to produce something for that. All that kind of went south really quickly, so then I put the gambler in the boat, and my guy got my butt handed to me by the wind, and the bite just straight up sucked anyways. I mean, I straight up sucked. So I got blew around the lake for like 3 hours. I was like, you know what, enough is enough. Went back, drilled that thing up, and just went bank fishing, and pretty much the rest of the weekend is history. So here we are back, like I said, finishing up. And we're recording here on the iPhone 8 Plus. The audio might be a little squirrely until I kind of figure out everything. So I'm messing around with these Z-Man Finesse TRDs. I got back here and a buddy was telling me he was catching a ton of fish on a little shore fishing spot here. And it's a 2.75 inch little turd nugget is basically what I called it when I first saw it. It's really essentially just a 3 inch Senko, the end of a 4 inch Senko, the end of a 5 inch. I mean, there's really nothing too crazy about this worm. I mean, it's essentially made for the Ned rig. Basically, the whole point of bringing this up is for you guys to comment below and tell me about this old rig. We don't throw little tiny stuff like this, but I mean, if this is what we have to throw to get the bite, then I'll throw it here in Georgia. I'll have a lot more time living here, so I figured why not try to find some good bites while I am. So comment below if you guys have fished this stuff. I mean, famous to everybody for the Ned rig, but like I said, I'm sure a couple people have applied this to their fishing day and done good. Now, I've been fishing these at Tony's Fat Guppy fishing lures here. This is little 4.5-inch pearl tail shad, or cut tail shad, I'm sorry. It's basically just a little jerkbait slash speed worm kind of prototype. It's pretty gnarly. As you can see, it's got that speed worm type tail with a little cut in the surface as its little paddle on the back there. Good finesse application, good on the back of a little tiny Carolina rig, finesse type Carolina rig, 1/4 ounce, 1/8 ounce. It's a sweet little bait, I like it a lot. You can't beat that color pattern, especially in clear water, so enjoy that little bait. Been catching a ton of fish on it, so it's definitely something to check out. Fat Guppy Fishing, if you haven't seen these lures, but they got tons of other stuff that he offers on his website. And the shipping is always really fast ordering from these guys, so I suggest checking them out. Pretty gnarly stuff. So as always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. We're gonna wrap things up here in a quick bladder. Another fun video, like I said, there was a couple different segments of filming to go into making this, but wanted to kind of, you know, skew everything together and push it out into one clip. Smash that thumbs up, smash that subscribe, Bass All Year Fishing on Instagram, go and give that a follow. And as always, get out there on the water, catch some big fish, catch a lot of fish, and make sure you stay stress-free. It's the most important skew of all things. We'll be around, a couple different awesome fishing trips planned, and a lot of content coming your way. So make sure you stay tuned here to the Bass All Year channel. Tons of springtime fishing. It's here, you northern guys, stay with it. Stay patient, it's on its way. Sunshine and short sleeve weather is on its way to you too. So until next video, again, stay tuned. We'll catch you guys right back here on the Bass All Year channel. Thanks again. Tight lines.